How's everybody doing today? Everybody good?
Man,
My Gucci.
There's
complaints.
Gucci.
All right, no complaints, no complaints.
Nice
What's good,
outside.
everybody? It's your boy Sima, your boy Ronto, and we got a special guest in the building today. Tell the people your name.
AYLawson in the cut. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clap it up.
Let's clap it up for him. And he's no stranger to the pod, you know. At Maybe It Gets Better podcast, he's no stranger. So let's do a little catching up. How's everything with you, man? What's new with you? I seen recently you dropped a song. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah. Honestly, things have been good.
To the mic.
Traveling more, making new music. I just dropped a new track with my sis, Up Late, out now. That's funny enough. That song is 10 years old. Like,
really?
I made that song in 2016, but because it's like a house song, and like back then, man's were listening to Playboy Cardi,
Facts.
Lil Yachty, Ray Sherman, like all these
The
hip
mumble
hop
rap.
bang. Yeah, like that era was it. So I was like producing this, and like I think I was just experimenting, and it was just like a banger. I'm like, oh, y'all save this for next year, and then for next year, and then for next year, and then
it never came.
and then yeah, like literally, I'm like, I'm looking at my sis. I'm like, should we drop this track? Because now it's at a time where I'm a piano music and like just Afro house music. Like the house era seems to be re-emerging, and I'm
Facts.
like, oh, I've had this in the vault from time. So I was in Tokyo with my sis, and then we knew that's the only song I've ever made with my sister. That was 10 years ago. Because me and my sis always argue.
Wait.
So
Sorry to cut you off. The whole family makes music?
yeah.
Oh shit, I fuck with
Yes,
that.
my sister's been making music from time. She's been like on Rolling Loud and like all these other stages. She's been making music before me.
Damn.
Yeah. So that literally, like, since that's the only track we made, like we were in like a very scenic place. We filmed a music video. We'll probably get dropped that like next week. And then so that's gonna be an
Shout out
exciting
sis.
job.
Shout out sis.
Yeah, shout out Lola Buns one time.
Yeah,
Come
shout her
on.
out. On the topic of music, so we had a little conversation off camera about music and just the state of it.
Yep.
And I think this is a perfect time to talk about like just our opinion on music. I feel like we're at a stage where music kind of sounds stale, and it's hard for us to like enjoy like we used to.
Yeah, and I think we were saying that there's kind of like two things going on. The music industry itself has changed so much, like because of social media and like TikTok, especially like on the charts. So like labels themselves don't even really like have a formula of like blowing up the talented artists that they have on their catalog.
Facts. They kind of push them to the side.
Exactly, because now it's like it's almost like talent versus popularity, where you have the popular people on TikTok who might be making music for memes that are like a joke, but now those joke songs are on Billboard.
What's that guy's name? Zeddy.
Yeah,
You see, music like that is now like
that's
it's
charting.
coming to it's coming to the
He's
mainstream.
been running music right now.
Man.
And that's the good
TikTok
thing,
music,
where
at least.
it's like someone like him he's like, that's very much himself. It's not like a persona, and people are no longer falling for like the fake personas that like a label is trying to like give them. Like I won't name names, but there's certain artists even from our city and abroad that's like they're kind of branded to be like the new it girl, and like nobody is like picking it up. Like nobody sees them that way. Everyone sees through like the facade that the brand is trying to put out.
Yeah.
Whereas the people who are on the internet, they're so authentically themselves. Like Pink Panthers, for example.
Facts.
She's like a smart, like little cutesy like girl, but this is the type of music she puts up.
You know what I like about her whole aesthetic? It's like it gives a lot of early 2000s like I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
it's
that pops. That pop era.
Pop vibe,
Yeah.
like Britney Spears
Facts.
or like Spice Girls. Like
she you can tell where her influences are, but
Yeah.
you can tell where her twist is on it, and which is why her fan base follows her as much as her fan base does. Whereas other artists who are trying to tap into that, like Britney Spears, all that stuff, if that's not authentically them, people aren't buying
You'll
it
see
anymore.
it looks forced.
Yeah, like in the past, like a label will put those songs on the radio, play it 3,000 times, And like that's how we got to know the Katy Perry's and the,
Gwen Stefani's and all that. Yeah.
But back then, like for example, like Rebecca Black, like Friday. That's like an internet. That's like an internet person that if they came out today, they'd probably be a lot more successful.
Yeah.
Because it's like the internet was versing the charts of like the label. But now, back then, it's like no, if you weren't signed to a major label, you're not going nowhere because they're not going to play you on the radio. They're not going to put you on the Spotify. We didn't even have Spotify and Apple Music playlists back then.
Facts.
So now it's like the game has changed where the playlist curators are just tapped in at what people are listening to, and it's like that control has shifted. So. Like I'm excited for like this year's music because we just got A$AP Rocky, J. Cole,
Don Toliver.
Brent.
Oh man, Brent just dropped. Yeah.
Dropped some bangers. I still gotta listen to that one.
Yeah,
So,
I've been rocking.
I know you've been.
Yo, you see this guy? See this guy over here?
Yo, I've been a big advocate for Brent since like 2017, around like crew times or just when he was on Saunders' Son, like that. Brent was more so like the one I gravitated towards too.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I knew of Sonder, and then I learned about Brent Faiyaz's music, and I was listening to these people separately. I'm like, I don't even like Brent, so I remember deleting like one of his early albums. I'm like, I don't even like this music. But then I was like, yo, Sonder, like. Drive too fast, dude.
Like I was like,
yo, this is my shit. And then one day I found out it's the same person.
The same person. I felt dumb.
Yeah, no, trust me, I was in that same boat when I found out about him too. And like I find that like with his earlier music, it's like you either really like it or you really don't, right? Like his music at that time was very experimental, and like, even when I go back to listening to it, like I appreciate it more because. It's even with R&B now in its state, I feel like R&B is in a state where you have to listen to it and give it time. Like music nowadays is so easily digestible. R&B music is not so. So I think with Brett and even his music now, like he just like the tape that he just dropped. I'm giving it a lot of time before I even come up with like an opinion on it. Everybody right now is saying that it's a little bit more poppy, a little bit more Loverman-ish. Loverman being like, you know, like he's more of a lover boy this time around. He's not in his toxic bag as he used to, which it's refreshing. It's more poppy and more like 80s sounding sonically. But in terms of just like how I feel about it, I'm kind of holding my opinion on that. So
man, I gotta tap in and listen to that. ASAP.
Even J. Cole's project was really good. I like the storytelling of it. I don't think he should be bragging for reasons we mentioned on another episode.
Yo, leave him alone, man.
But I love bro. When he did that, it hurt my heart.
The step back from the beef,
because he had such a great run prior to that.
It's not even. But this is my problem. I have with hip hop. I think hip hop has a problem with peace. We
like the beef.
We love the beef.
The
we love
violence,
the violence.
foolishness.
Like, look at how much, like, since the Kendrick and Thing beef, look how much other artists decided to randomly start beefing with each other.
Wait.
Yo, remember Joey Badass and the whole West Coast?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But guess what?
We might have swiped them.
But it's an ego thing, and I feel like everybody has been feeding into egos, and J. Cole's one of those people where he can let go of his ego, and a lot of people don't resonate with it. Like a lot of the older rappers, like look at Cam and their like podcast. I remember they were talking
Cam
about
and Mace,
it. They're like, oh, I ain't gonna listen to that guy. I'm just like, it doesn't matter that like. You guys are look at like how detrimental. Like their music was good, but it was very detrimental to like the community.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Talk close to the mic, brother.
Yeah, no worries. But it's one of those. Just like if you're not gonna be in a space where you're allowed to evolve and get better, it's weird. It's like look at NBA YoungBoy. He makes music that makes like crash out.
Yeah.
Go like go get it. Go get that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like if he one day changes and like, yo, I want to like better myself. People are gonna be like, I ain't listen to that guy no more. I'm like, that's weird.
They low-key did that to him already. Still, when he came with the stop the violence, everyone's like, what? Nigga.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to think about it. It's like, yo, you built your fan base on that type of sound. Imagine changing it and then thinking you're gonna have that same fan base. No, it's gonna be very difficult.
It's difficult, and I think that as an artist, you have to realize when you start off and you're making music off of your experience, and then you get success and your experiences become more positive than they were negative. Let's say you started from the slums, you started in the hood, then you get money, now you're living in LA and you don't got to worry about what's there to eat anymore. Obviously your music gonna change.
Facts.
But
Facts.
people who like, look at the best example of that is Jay-Z. He started selling basically crack to the streets and buying back the block, and now he's a billionaire and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And people don't relate to his music anymore because now he's talking about the Louvre and different types of champagne and
Wearing
various
mauve and all that type
like,
of shit.
oh, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
pink, it's mauve. Like,
You know, the thing about that is that the demographic is not in those situations. I'm not in a situation where I'm able to buy all those expensive things, so it's like I can't relate to it. But when he's talking about like, financial freedom and all that stuff, that's stuff that I can relate to. You know what I mean? And I think I kind of disagree with your take on like his content now in terms of music, because he hasn't released a project since 2017, and a lot of that project was more so just on the topic of let's change what the narrative is with having money. Right?
It's like inspirational.
Yeah, it's more inspirational, and it's more like family, or what's more important than having putting a money phone to you and only having 100K. Let's talk about having a mill, or let's talk about investing in things that actually last, that appreciates over depreciates. Like Jay-Z and his character is a whole different story from his music. Like I try to with some artists separate the two. Some other artists is very difficult, not naming names, but I think honestly, like, it's that transition from starting with a fan base and selling a dream, or not selling a dream, but starting with a fan base and having this image, and then 10-15 years later you're on a different path. It's easier to do that, like grow with your fans, because it's a longer period of time. Like
Facts.
if you have like a 5-year run where you start saying or 3, let's say 3 or 5, start saying, oh, I'm about to shoot these guys, and then you say, stop the violence 3 or 5 years later, it's like those guys are still like either in their early 20s or close to being in their late 20s, right? Like they still probably don't relate to that. They're still probably on that crash out time.
Bad timing,
but eventually they will, and the music will still be there. I feel like that. Yeah. You said something where I feel like this is the biggest issue with artists and their fans. People evolve and people change. That's why there are certain artists who want their image to be unknown, but their music known. Like, what's this girl? Is this Sia? The one that always she always covered her face.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like the Travis Scott.
Remember her? Well, nobody knew who she how she looked.
But you see how much people appreciated her music, because especially for women, it's way harder, because now, if people know what you look like, and let's say you're not the most pretty with the biggest ass and all that stuff, like, it's not like people, you have to disassociate the artist's image from the music. So if someone says, this is my favorite artist, and you find out, they're not a baddie, it's still going to be your favorite artist.
You know what I like about certain artists, and I feel like this particular artist did this the best? MF Doom. He used to wear a mask, right? Yeah. But he had a whole story behind it,
and there's a reason for that.
I think a lot of artists are kind of missing that aspect of them as artists.
They're missing their story. Like, no one's telling their story.
Everything's kind of just surface level. You know what I mean? Whereas MF Doom, he started in the industry in a group that didn't work out, so he put on a mask to sell this image. And it's like, even through all his music, you find little bits and pieces of who he is as a person. Even shows, he says, I'm a villain. Like, if I do a show and I'm not there, but you see somebody in a mask, like, you can't even be mad at me, because I'm a villain. So it falls into the character that he's portraying, and makes it interesting.
So if I trick you, don't even be mad.
Exactly. But we still have those examples today, and that's kind of why I'm saying it works out well. Because, for example, if you have some white boy who's making hip hop music saying like do these in the streets and like do whatever. We have that. That's SD Kid.
Facts.
You think about SD Kid, everyone thought that was Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
So it's like the assumption of where people think you are or who they think you will be makes people more attracted to your music. Because once they know who you are, look at The Weeknd. I used to think The Weeknd was a band when it first came out.
We all did.
Facts.
So that's what I'm saying. There's so many examples of people pay more attention to the music when there's not an identity attached to it.
But you see, like back in the day, that's why artists were so big globally and everywhere, because you barely saw them. You only hear the stories. You only hear it. That's why, like, today they say it's not even real celebrity. Like, no one's a real celebrity now. We see you too much. Like,
You
know what I'm saying?
have too much access to that.
you're like the homie down the street. So it's like, when you do come around now, it's like, I'm not
as surprised.
Yeah, I'm not excited. Like, I have shit to say to you other than just appreciating you being here. You know?
And with social media, it makes people feel like they can see you at all times, all day. Now we're going into live where people are literally like being observed in real time, multiple hours a day. I'm like,
and then it's like now you think you have an opinion on my life, and you don't even know me. You know.
So that's what I was saying. Like the whole J. Cole thing and all that stuff. You have to realize this is his real life. This is his family. If like, luckily, the result of this beef wasn't shootings.
Facts.
Because it literally could have. And then
easily.
Guess what? If Kendrick and Drake ended up getting shot up, everybody would have been like, yo, J. Cole was right, man.
Yeah.
J. Cole's right. Yo, we should have just, stop. But luckily, they have enough ego not to go about that route. But that's how we lost Tupac and Biggie.
Facts.
Like,
Wait. You said Tupac or Tupac?
Yo, leave me in my 2 cents, fam.
Yo, I'll try to let it slide.
But you know what I mean? Like, we've already examples of like history repeating itself, and as soon as someone's trying to break the cycle, we go against that person. Like J. Cole, I'm like, what do you mean stop the beef, bro?
We can have this conversation all day still, because I just look at it like, yo, like the whole essence of hip hop is to be competitive, right? And like on tracks after tracks, he's like, oh, I'm the best rapper alive. Bring any rapper, I'm gonna done him, right? So I look at it as like, yo, there's a situation where the two like
top
three rappers are going at it, and you're a contender, and everybody's looking at you like, yo, this is your chance to really show out. And I understand the circumstance of the situation, but it's like, yo, like you've been talking about this for a hot minute, like it's time to show and prove. So it not being displayed just looks, it's disappointing. And like J. Cole's my guy. Like I was even like, the last couple of years of his feature run, like some of his bars, I'm like, yo, J. Cole's actually like nice. Like,
trust me.
You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like he could hold his own with those guys. And I feel like there's been a lot of times where he watched Drake on songs. That's just my opinion. But it's like, yo, like to see him, like, do that was just like, dog, like,
But
come on.
It comes down to the music. Like the funny thing is that since the beef, there hasn't been a new Drake album. We've had GNX. Oh, but Party Next Door and Thing album, we're talking about rap. That's basically an R&B album. Iceman.
But you said no. But you said
is
Drake
going
album.
To be the album.
You said Drake album though.
No, but a joint album don't count. I'm not talking about joint albums.
So what a time to be alive isn't a Drake album?
But I'm talking about since the beef. That's old.
No, but all right. Under the metrics of what you said, we haven't got.
That's a rap album.
You see, this is why
that's a rap. What a time to be alive.
This is why we haven't started a podcast.
Okay, no. I'm gonna talk to you because you're more. Let me talk to you. What a time to be alive is a rap album.
It's a rap album for sure.
Oh, speaking of, since it's Valentine's Day, I was about to say I have to page Drake. Where's the Somebody Loves Me video? That was supposed to be on Kai Cenat's stream years ago. It's been a full year since that song is dropped. How many people made bootleg music videos to that thing and never dropped? Anyway, side quest.
We're back.
So that's an R&B album that dropped. GNX is out of the three people, Kendrick, Drake, and
J. Cole.
J. Cole. There's only been one album that dropped, and he's been
GNX,
winning the Grammys for that.
Yeah.
J. Cole just put his album into the play, The Fall Off.
Fall Off.
Iceman is going to determine where those top three stand in terms of music,
I have a question for you. Why do
that's
you think
true.
Iceman hasn't dropped yet?
because he knows this is the most pressured album of his entire career.
Yeah, he has to
Because he's been dropping a lot of singles, like teasing it, doing the promo runs.
Dropping house music. And a whole bunch and R&B songs.
He's trying to see where everyone's at with
rap songs.
Man said I've been just test the waters a little bit.
Exactly.
He's just
That's
keeping
what
the
thing's
label
going on.
happy with the continuous releases.
Yeah.
You know, he still got to pay his
So,
bills.
so my real question is, do you think Drake has been missed, just like in terms of a project right now?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think like everybody's kind of just fiending for a new Drake project?
At this point, yes.
Yeah.
Because we've, like I said, out of the top three, he's the last person remaining.
But you see, all right. So the Party Next Door tape that he dropped, dropped the Party. We still got a lot of Drake. I think we got more Drake than Party on that particular
That's
tape.
to me, it was like an appetizer. Like
That's how I see it.
It's just to keep you from complaining.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So you think everybody's just that little bit is supposed to hold us until the main chorus?
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's still a lot of things he has to address on the rap side. But it's Drake. He's going to talk about the geldom that's been pissing him off on the side too. So he's not going to put all that into one project. He's going to talk about his love situation. Because that's what we've always gotten from Drake from the beginning. We got the lovey-dovey guy and we got the rapper. And that's kind of why the sing rap thing was like his thing that he brought into the table. So he gave us that sing rap album.
Yeah.
But he hasn't given us the
bars,
rap albums, you know, like Scorpion. I got enemies. Got like and the thing is like that's where hip hop dominates.
Yeah.
Like in that sort of battle rap. So I think it's the Iceman project. He's gonna go off.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think it's gonna come soon. I'm definitely like predicting like this probably spring. Shit, it might be next Friday by the looks of it.
All right, this is one of my favorite times of the pod, Pandora's box, mystery box. So since we have a guest here, AYLawson, I'm gonna have him open and answer one of the questions. I'm not gonna touch it this time.
Okay.
But yeah, so open it and take on the question. We have this thing. Usually one of the topics is something that we talked about. So let's see if it happens.
Let's go.
This is very relevant. How do you think streaming services have changed the music industry, both for artists and consumers?
That's
You see what
crazy.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see?
The box is something.
It don't lie. It don't lie. I'm telling you. Honestly, that like as an artist myself, streaming services have negatively impacted the money that artists make. Because when we were buying CDs and you went to HMV for $10.99 or $9.99 to buy Usher Confessions,
Facts.
Usher got $9.
Clean and clear.
When you go on Spotify or Apple Music and stream Usher's Confessions albums, Usher made 0.0000003 cents. And people wonder why artists are going broke. The only way artists make money is by going on tours. Why do you think Ticketmaster? Why do you think Ticketmaster is charging you $700 for a ticket?
Damn,
That's the only. Like, if you're, mind you, out of the 0.0000003 cents, the label's taking 50%. Your manager's taking 30%. The artist maybe if there's songwriters on it, there's 3 songwriters that have to split the brother. That's why artists they're not driving Rolls Royces their least.
Yeah.
they're not buying the mansions anymore. I'm like, and that's why there's a lot of artists who are making so much. Like, I think Snoop Dogg was talking about it. He's just like, yo, I put out a new album. And he's used to the back in the day money. Today's money doesn't equate.
It doesn't add up.
That's why you see a lot of artists like selling vinyls and all this stuff now because that's coming back.
Is that the reason J. Cole dropped this album the way he did?
The double
CDs and
with
stuff?
the CDs and driving around and all that?
I think for 2 reasons. One, it's a very smart way of promoting because you're literally in a Honda Civic dropping your CDs. But he is physically making more money selling to a consumer directly than that person streaming it on Apple Music.
You
or
know what I
Spotify.
like about J. Cole and the whole situation? He came from that era of selling CDs from the back of a Honda Civic, or
All of them did.
yeah, but he's still tapping into that. And the thing about him and his brand, he's more for the people, right? Like I was hearing a story that he used to like go to different colleges and do like $1. I think it was like $1 in a dream tour where you go to different colleges and he would only charge $1 for his like performances, right? And like fast forward now, like I feel like he's been doing a lot of like public appearances with people and touching the people and interacting with it. So it's like is garnering that respect and that
100%.
that viewership, right? So I think that's why he's one of the top rappers right now that's selling and streaming the most, because people actually see that they're getting, like you said, physical copies one, and they also like want to know more about his story and this guy that people respect so much, right? So
No, it's true.
shout out to him.
And that's why, like with live music, as someone who's worked in the live music industry, that's why like artists are going on tour. Like one tour just finished, they're already
on the next
working
one.
on the next one, because that's the only way they're making money. No one is making bank off of streaming.
No.
Like no one is like like it's so crazy just how much money a million streams or a billion streams even gets you. It's not a lot.
It ain't shit.
So I got a question for everybody. So what do you think the next frontier for music is, right? Because we went from the era of records, like, the record players, like vinyl players. We went from the CD era. We went to the online download MP3 era. Now we're in the streaming era. What do you think the new era of music is going to be, especially with AI and it being such a relevant thing?
Yeah,
That's a loaded question.
I think they're gonna bring. See, like how J. Cole's doing the physical thing again.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna try to bring that aspect back around.
It's already back. Yeah.
To get the money rolling, because a lot of artists are now putting up their own websites, their own thing. Instead of you going to Apple and stuff, you come directly to me, spend the money with me, spend your time with me.
Remember when Kanye did that?
Exactly. They're looking at him like he's crazy, but he was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
So once they bring that back around, I feel like what they could do and should do is come up with a physical copy, rinse that for a year, and then put it out on streaming services. So you get your money for the first year, and then put it out on streaming services so everyone can enjoy it.
You know the thing about the landscape of the artists right now, I find that like the artists that was really dominating the last 10 years are the same artists that still have a very consistent fan base that can do that.
Yeah.
The ones that are popping up now, like they don't have that luxury, right? Because a lot of the newer listeners are like people that don't come from that era. So let's say like, what's a good example of our artists like from the last 3-5 years that blew up?
You know who's doing something similar? Herb? Yeah, G Herbo. He created his own app. So he puts his music out on his app first, and then
downloaded that.
he'll put out the album later.
See, I think as artist teams get more creative, they're going to use these tools that they have. And AI, as much as like it's taking away from artists, it's actually giving them more tools to build apps and build more like little like emails and all this stuff to like have a more direct relationship with the artist.
Facts.
Because in the previous years, like the last couple of years, vinyl sales have topped CD sales in like since the first time in like the 90s or something. So now people just want the physical artwork of like an album. Like
people are
collectibles. When artists go on tour, they make a lot of money in merch. I'm talking M's in just merchandise.
They be overcharging with some of the merch though.
But that's how they make their money. And guess what? You can only get it once you're at the tour. So once you've already paid $70 to $200 for a ticket, you're paying another $50 to $100
I remember seeing Vibes Cartel when he came out here, and I was looking at like because they did an OVO Vibes Cartel collab, and I was looking at them like I'm not gonna lie, they're taxing. But some of the pieces were dope though. I'm not even gonna
because that's money that goes directly to the artist. When it comes to him performing those songs and all that stuff, that's when it goes back to
The
who
label,
owns the song, who owns the master, the publisher. publishing, the
beat, all
songwriters, the
that.
producers.
Yeah.
There's so much people that are split between that when he can literally sell a t-shirt for $20 and maybe he makes $19.
I have the answer. Hopefully, it's not about music. But
Hey, I like my music questions. He's a music hater. We're going to find out.
yeah, I love music.
Imagine your child is in high school and you found drugs in their room. What do you do? I asked them, how much you selling? Hey, mommy, I'm joking. Nah, realistically, I'm Nigerian, so I'm just gonna keep it a buck. That belt's getting.
Man.
I'm pulling out that belt.
What? Quick.
So you're selling drugs?
Yes,
So you need to tell me,
Yes.
what is this?
What is this?
Ah, it is even white. Goodness gracious. It's baking powder, Abby. Say it's baking powder. Yo, are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
That is one thing I think, like growing up in an African household, you can
You
never
can
in
think
your
about
life,
it,
never in your life you can even think about drugs.
Man.
If it's not Advil and Tylenol, you are going to get the beat. You're not even gonna get a beating. You're gonna end up on a family trip,
Trust me.
and you're not
Nigeria.
gonna realize you're not returning.
You're not coming back.
You're not coming back.
A one-way
home.
trip.
One-way.
I know a couple guys like that. Yo.
Exactly.
I never seen
Were
them
they
again.
selling something? Probably.
Probably.
Exactly.
Yes.
We'll
Yes.
never know because right now maybe they have a arranged marriage and they're living on a farm back home.
They're selling cows now.
Exactly.
You see?
They used to sell pounds. Now you're
You're not
selling
selling
They're
cows.
selling a different type of way.
Nah, trust me. Like for me, like we're Caribbean, right? So my dad always told me, if you ever like, it depends on what you get caught up for. If you get caught up for something righteous, call me. You get caught up for some foolishness like drugs, lose my number. I said, yo,
Yeah, that definitely
He's
does sound like
don't
your
even-
pops.
Yeah, he's like, don't even waste my time with that because you know you shouldn't be doing that. So it's like, well,
I can never. If I got locked up for selling drugs, I can't call none of my
You can't
family
call
to bail
nobody.
me
He
out.
said-
Yeah,
I,
dog,
said- I
man.
think my dude said one time, it's like, if you ever get caught for that stuff, just don't even call.
Yeah. What the fuck?
No, I would be scared. They'd be like, "Would you like a bail call?" I
Yeah.
said, "No."
No,
No.
like,
Like I would be more scared of my parents in that situation than the damn cops and the judge.
exactly.
I swear.
Because it's like you made a decision to go that route, so you have to deal with the consequences.
Hey, in
you
this
know?
economy, shit.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Shit.
Like
At this point,
I'm like, you know what I'm gonna start selling? Yeah, I got RAM for the low. How much you need? I got 16
16 gigs.
16 gigs. Oh, you need a 32? Yo, you rich.
Yo, you rich.
That's
rich,
gonna
for real.
run you a cool 500.
Mad.
Oh, you building a gaming PC?
Okay.
I gotta connect.
Mad. Yo, you know what that reminds you? You ever watched Recess?
Oh, of course.
Recess when the kid used to come open the jacket. Yeah, all the candy and everything. going on.
Nah, today's day and age, you're gonna need some
Yo.
technology parts, fam.
Trust
In
me.
the next
Man,
20
pull,
years,
like Inspector Gadget.
brother,
me.
in the next 20 years, I'm gonna have a rack of RAM and my clients is gonna be a Tesla bot.
Oh, shit. That's scary though.
No, but that's real. That's true.
That's true.
I was like,
Oh,
what do you need, a
shit.
2 terabyte or a 5 terabyte? Give me the 2. All right.
Dude,
That's
that's
gonna be
crazy.
30 Bitcoin, big bro.
Oh, shit.
That's the
The
new
Bitcoin-
day and age.
Man, they
that
selling the
Bitcoin
RAM to
survives.
Bender.
I'll tell them take
Man.
out my iPhone, like tap right here for payment.
Quick. What? Man. But now to go back to the question though. Oh man, you would really have to. It depends on what drug it is. If it's a weed,
It's a lighter.
it's a lighter offense.
Yeah,
We could talk about that. But if it's like some crazy,
It's like, if it's like fat.
yeah. No, we have to go sit down with somebody and figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Sit down. There's no conversation.
What do you mean?
conversation.
I have to figure out why you're going this route.
Figure out if it's fat. I'm like
You know
ruining
what's gonna be
Euphoria.
figured out?
I'm gonna figure out who tracked you.
My belt and his mouth.
That's
Nah.
crazy.
Nah, there's a reason for everything. So I would first have the conversation with them, then box them.
Yeah.
And then find the stash of money.
Yeah. And
Find the stash of money to save it for
save it
safekeeping.
for later.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the money that's going to your lawyer.
exactly. Because what?
What lawyer?
Lawyer.
That's the only way.
Me, my name is Lawson. I'm a lawyer.
Or liar.
Yo, mad. But yeah, man, it's sticky, man. You have to just watch your kids, yo. Watch your kids.
Yeah.
Hello?
Exactly.
Watch the company that they keep too, you know? Sometimes it be the friends. It be
Facts.
No, 100%.
Facts.
it be the friends that trying to do hood rat shit with them.
I always say, like, if you're gonna have a child and you send them to school, you're raising that person 50%, and the people that they're at school with is raising the other
Raising them too.
50%.
Yeah.
Because we all know in our experiences, like, our parents raised us one way, but our friends raised us another.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
the circle you keep is definitely, like, that's one of the most oldest quotes, but it's the most truest things.
I do feel like we are a product of our environment.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you're like in a room full of billionaires, there's 10 of them, or you're gonna be like, no, if there's 9 of them, you're gonna be the 10 because you know you're around all that wealth, right? So if you're a room full of millionaires, there's 9 of them, you're gonna be the 10th because you're a product of your environment and just all that wealth and knowledge, you're gonna obviously pick it up, right?
Yep.
So I think goes to the same thing with the negative influences that you have.
Facts.
You're gonna either you're a product of those negative influences, or have the mindset to be like, all right, I can't be around this, and then escape it, right? So
It's true.
Okay. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Is life happening to you or working for you?
I feel like that's like asking, are you being proactive with life or reactive?
Basically.
So to answer my question, or for me currently, I would have to say I've been being very proactive with life and how I want things to go. And I think things have been working for me. I think I went from a space of being very reactive because I didn't really have a lot of things that were concrete. Things were just kind of all over the place. But now I'm in a space where, like, I kind of just sorted out a lot of loose ends, made a couple good decisions, and now I'm kind of just reaping the fruits of my labor in terms of that. So yeah, it takes a while to get there. That's the one thing I may say. Like, sometimes we live in a life where there's so much things that's happening out of our control. So it's hard to be proactive and have everything work the way that you want to. But once you get there, it's so much more rewarding and peaceful.
No, that's real. For me, I think, is it for you or to you?
I said,
Is life happening?
is life happening to you or working for you?
I think I feel like there's certain things that are meant for you that will always find you if you stay along the path that is like the good choices versus the bad ones.
Yeah.
If you make those bad choices, like you're swaying away from whatever was meant for you, and a lot of times you lose it. Some people, they lose opportunities, they lose relationships because they wanted to do a bad decision.
Yeah, they're burning bridges.
And I feel like everything, like everyone's life is a series of decisions that they've made that they end up where it is. So it's not, I feel like people have a lot more control than they think. It's just that it's fear, and there's other X factors that make people like doubt themselves. Like some people don't believe that their dreams can come true, genuinely.
Facts.
But there are people that have like this crazy intuition to know, no, whatever I do will come.
It's gonna work.
They always end up like on succession. So I feel like whatever people need, whether it's like prayer or a community or something to sort of realign them and make sure like their head is on straight, like that keeps people on the right path, and they always end up like right where they need to be.
Facts. Damn.
That's deep.
Damn.
Yeah, that's,
Man, okay. We could. That's a perfect time to pivot.
Hey, don't do that.
What?
It's your turn to answer your own question.
What? You noticed that it. Oh, damn. Okay. Shit. Oh, man. I hate answering my own questions sometimes.
Yeah.
But.
You thought he was slick.
I was for a sec. You have to mind your business sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mind the business that pays me, and this one pays me.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I would say life works for you. It doesn't happen to you, because, like you said, it's all about the decision that you make. So everything you do, there's a reaction.
So, but you personally, would you say life is working for you?
Oh, for sure, Yo, I can't lie. Lately, I be having dreams and it's like a couple of days after, it'll happen. What I've been dreaming about, it'll happen. Or like if I say I want something in my head, it'll just appear. It's on some weird shit. So
Yeah.
just noticing little things like that, I'm, yeah, definitely life's working for me. And then I feel like everything's meant to be, you know? Everything happens for a reason.
Even the failures.
Exactly. The failures are there to teach you something and show you something about yourself. So if I didn't go through that failure, I wouldn't end up here.
Yep.
And, you know, being here is the best spot for me. So, yeah, it's definitely working for you.
Trust.
All right. So let's segue to my favorite. Fragrant.
His favorite.
All right. Let's segue to my favorite part of the podcast.
Wait. I thought your favorite part was the Pandora's box. What happened?
No. That's one of my favorites. This is actually my
Your
favorite.
Okay.
You see,
Okay.
listening skills is very important.
Okay, excuse me.
You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
All right, so let's get into it. So we do talk about a lot of bullshit, but we do talk about a lot of real shit. So let's talk about it. So how's everybody's mental health?
We'll start with the guest.
Honestly,
How's your mental health, man?
It's conflicted because I was on the beach last weekend and now I was, as you've seen, I was shoveling ice. Not even snow at this point. Ice, solid ice.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the first time you did it was snow. You did it again. Now it's ice.
and my back still hurts. So
Damn.
we had a I would say it's a good 60 going to 70.
I feel like
Because I was looking at the sun,
sun,
in
the
the beach and there was sand,
the
and,
water.
Yeah, and then now I look at
the birds chirping
Salt.
and shit.
salt.
Different.
Not even real salt. I was in salt water.
You
And then I
were in
went
salt
to
water.
The fake salt you have to buy at the gas station to melt ice.
Damn.
Imagine,
No, my heart would be hurting right now.
brother.
So,
I'm
shouldn't
conflicted.
You shouldn't have came back to like.
Brother, why do you think I
April.
got yellow glasses on? I want to feel the sun again. Yo, I swear, whenever I come back from a warm place, and I'm like, why did my parents choose the coldest place?
Coldest place to be.
But you know what? This is why I say gratitude though, because I seen Russia. And I seen the mountain of snow they got.
Yo,
and I said, you know what? It's not that bad.
you know that picture's actually AI?
Not all of them, but some of them were.
Well, there was this one picture that kind of went viral. That was AI.
Right.
With like, it was like a big overhead of snow
I seen
covering
some
like
of
a
those.
city or something. Right?
But,
That was AI.
but still, like the fact that they got like three, like I'm a 6'3" person. They got like 20 feet of snow. Like,
That's
over.
crazy.
Like imagine, like I can't even imagine that actually.
Yeah, nah.
So I said, you know what? Mental health is 80 because gratitude, you know, it gives you that extra 20.
Facts right
It's
there.
good.
facts,
But I
facts.
think just naturally in the winter, like that's just how shit is.
Yeah,
As soon, especially like us black folk, once it is summer,
Why?
I want to get them are wearing the
Why?
sun dresses and
Yes.
the
Yes.
happiness is in the
yes.
air.
Yes.
Happiness.
Trust me.
But what about you guys?
Man, my mental health is good, man. It's a warmer day than usual. It's not as cold, but it's still brick out there.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Trust me.
And like you said, in some places the snow's even worse. Like up there in Alberta and all them
Trust
places,
me.
yo, I feel bad for them.
Yep.
So yeah, with that being said, life's good. Working, we're growing. I can't lie, I didn't eat yet, so I'm staying hungry. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Stay
So I'm
hungry. You know,
staying
merch
hungry.
coming.
Staying hungry.
Come on,
Not
So,
by intention, but
you know, but that's how it played out. Everything happens for a reason. So,
exactly.
yeah, man, life's good, man. I don't really have too much complaints. You know, I'm still looking forward to the greener grass on the other side, but I don't mind this part that we're in. We're working towards it, so it's all good.
it's true.
I'm lovely. I ain't gonna lie. Still, like, I think in terms of my mental health, I'm in a great space. I hope it. My whole thing is, you know, having it stay that way. I think on the last episode I talked about just having it fluctuate so much, and I think that's healthy. I do obviously. I think like I realize I want to start to unpack a lot of like stuff that I've been through over the years more, like self-reflecting That is, I think, is very important. So I think I've been kind of doing it and it's been helping, but obviously I want to, see a therapist and try to get more into that. But otherwise, besides that, it's just been good. I've been taking a lot of time for myself and just taking things one day at a time. So that's been well.
That's the best way.
Yeah, but on the topic of mental health, I do have a question for everybody. Do you ever feel guilty for resting when there is a pressure to keep producing?
Ooh.
So yeah, we'll start with AY. And then how do you cope with that guilt?
Like for me, like especially like as an artist and as someone who has a brand and like I'm trying to be like creative, but then you gotta like balance so many things. It's really like trying to just have a schedule and like stick to. It's like going to the gym. Like, okay, spend a couple days like trying to make beats. Try to spend a couple days like being inspired. Spend a couple days to like rest. Like I said, like I never like. I'm discovering how to manage that now because, like I said, I was just like on a beach.
Yeah.
I'm 28. This is like actually like my first ever like vacation.
What?
Like I'm always working. Like last time I was in DR, but it was for a Afro Nation music festival. But I was working.
Okay.
So I was like, my brother was there and all that stuff, but it's still work. So it's like, even though like, yeah, it's nice, I'm in a cool place.
You can't just leave, go explore, do what you want.
And it's like, I remember telling like my family, like half of my family's from St. Lucia and half of my family's from Nigeria. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I haven't seen like a real beach. I haven't seen like blue water. And they're all like, what? And it's like, I haven't even been to Mexico or like Cuba, like the cheap spots.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm discovering now, like, I never used to take vacations because I always had this, like, idea that, like, it's like, why am I taking a vacation? There's work to be done.
I didn't get nowhere yet.
Yeah, like I feel like it's supposed to be like a celebratory thing where it's like after an achievement I go on there, but I'm like I'm out here like, what did I achieve? Like I'm still building my brand. Like I still don't have a Grammy yet. Like you know what I mean? So I used to like withhold those like times of enjoyment until like I got something done, and then like. It's interesting because like not too long ago I was in a car accident, and then it really that's actually why I ended up going on a trip because I'm just like, yo, I could like die tomorrow, bro. And the reality
bro talk about it when he was on our episode. Your bro was on. We had your bro on the pod too. I think he was talking about it a bit.
I don't remember, but like just from those experiences, it's like. When you realize you might not wake up tomorrow, it changes your focus in terms of it doesn't matter if you think you deserve something. If you can experience something today, go experiencing it. Like a lot of people, like I used to be one of those people, like just withhold the ability to like enjoy happiness or enjoy love from a relationship.
Yo, I'm the same way.
And it's a very hard thing to like realize until you realize that yo, tomorrow's not promised. If you fuck with this person, tell this person today. Don't be like, oh, I'll call him tomorrow.
It's crazy. There's so much things that you have to unlearn, especially as an adult, because you get taught these things such an early age, or you learn them in a traumatic way. So you develop these habits that like sometimes you don't even realize you need to unlearn.
Yeah. And it's always like those difficult days that give you the lesson that like makes you like just navigate life differently. So definitely, yeah, you gotta live every day to the fullest. Even though we hear that all the time, it's like tomorrow's not promised for anybody.
Facts.
That's the one promise that is a promise.
Yes.
Nobody gets a guarantee, so you really just gotta live every day like it's your last.
Yeah. So what about you, Ronto?
Could you repeat the question for me?
All right. So the question was, do you ever feel guilty for resting when there's a pressure to keep producing, and how do you deal with that guilt?
I definitely do feel guilty for resting. Lately I've been trying to like learn how to deal with it. Yeah, I noticed like over the past couple of years I put an unnecessary pressure on myself, because it's like I have all these goals and aspirations and ideas, and I'm like, okay, when am I gonna actually get these completed? When am I gonna actually move forward on certain things? And it's like sometimes I feel like I'm holding myself back, and I try not to look for an outside excuse. You know what I mean? I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing as a person instead of looking for that outside excuse and coming up with bullshit to just keep holding me back. So, yeah, when I am resting and I know I have something to do, I just try to hurry up and get it done, get it out the way, so I can stop thinking about it. But that's like for instance the podcast, right? We talked about doing the pod. We came up with the plan and we executed. That's why like coming here is like a breath of fresh air, because like this is one of the ideas I had that's actually working, that's actually moving, and it's like, whew, okay, I could focus on something else now. Even though we still have a lot of work to do with this, I could put. This is not the main project I have to deal with now because it's already up and moving.
Yeah, you put in like that 1% every day.
Exactly. So, yeah, man, it's still a learning process for me. It's a learning curve, but I feel like that's part of my drive. That's part of my ambition. That's what pushes me to keep going. You know, that no days off mentality. You know, and honestly, at this point in life, I'm looking for more things to add to my basket. Yeah, I'm looking for bigger and better things to add. You're still
hungry.
Yeah, I'm staying hungry. Trust me. So, all I know is that maybe it gets better. You know, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
To answer my own question, I would have to say like I came to terms that like none of this stuff is real. Like the pressures that I will put on myself, certain expectations, it's all self-inflicted. Like there's like a imaginary race that I think a lot of people put on themselves. You get to the age where it's like, yo, like once you have started something, or even if you haven't started something, it's better to just start it and let things kind of just, you know, continue to grow. So like you said, like 1% every day, right? So when we like the podcast, for instance, when we started the podcast, I just felt like, yo, let's just start it. Let's see how it goes. I never really had a expectation or a time when things would get to the point it did, but it just started to, right? So I don't feel guilty whenever I'm resting because, yo, there's no expectation for the things to blow. Like we're just doing it for the love of, you know, of the pod, or we're just doing it because we see it growing and things fall into place. Like we've seen it so much times where like things are kind of stagnant and where we're kind of confused to where things are going or heading, but there's always like an opportunity that pops up that changes the landscape of things, right? So it's never really a worried, or nor do I feel guilty on producing in regards to the podcast. Other aspects in life, a little bit, but not so much. But yeah, that's more so my answer to it. Is, bro, just take things one day at a time, one step at a time.
One day at a time is that 1%.
Yeah. And also the schedule. I would have to agree with you as well. The schedule is very important. Just I'm just learning to schedule my days out. Yeah, because I'll be all over the place sometimes.
So sometimes you have to put it on paper to bring it out of your brain. Because when everything's in your brain, it's like that's when it's like you got 1,000 things per hour.
Once you tabs.
Put it, like once you start just putting it and like dealing with one tab at a time, it just, that anxiety just calms.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Anxiety in your nervous system, right? And like once you find ways to cope with those things, it makes navigating through those daily tasks and those things that we kind of hold ourselves from doing much easier, right? So
for sure.
Yeah. But do you have one more question before we wrap up? Sir?
Yes, I do. You already know I do. Oh, man. Okay. Do you think $5 for a patty is disrespectful?
Yo, you remember that one video when I went viral?
Brother, you know who you're asking? I have literally a 6 months video where a man, this was the point where he was charging $3.
Oh,
we weren't even at the $5 point,
man.
But I did see a video recently, and I think it's the Crumbs, or I think the brand was Crumbs or something, that he was trying to say like you can buy a Cinnabon for like $7.
Exactly.
But when it comes to like Caribbean food and Jamaican beef patties, people think $5 is too expensive.
But yo,
And you're getting meat and
Exactly.
I have to say something to that. I agree that you gotta show the same love, but I feel like cinnamon buns has always been marketed as like a very expensive thing.
But that's why I kind
patties
of
is always used to be $1.50.
it's marketing. That's what you said. They've been marketed as a cheap food. When think about it.
So is that
Apart
our
from
fault as a
Randy's
consumer?
and that one, is it Michelini's or something? The one, the
Tannell's.
box.
Oh,
Tannell's.
Tannell's? Yeah.
If those companies went extinct, do you know how hard it is to make a beef patty?
Yeah.
Or it's not a. It's actually like it's culinary wise. It's as hard as making like a French croissant.
So I have a question: is it us as the consumer's fault, or is the manufacturers, the people that make these things?
It's
For
the
marketing, it's
consumers
so
are
bad.
used to. Consumers are used to getting that item for a cheap price, not realizing it was never a cheap product. You're getting ground beef, meat, bread. It's basically a sandwich all in
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But you're getting a whole sandwich for $1 or
Yeah.
$2.
Yeah. You
Try to-
kind
try-
of stealing from the manufacturer.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
especially with the price of goods and all that other stuff, it makes sense like the price is going to go up. And especially if you have a great product. It's not like we're buying really shitty patties for $5. If I'm paying $5, it better be a good
But
patty.
the one thing I want to say, if I'm paying $5, please throw in a cocoa bread or something.
exactly.
Yo,
Exactly. But
Holy, can I get a cocoa
Yeah,
bread
yeah,
or some,
yeah.
or
It's
stuff
true.
the patty with some cheese or something?
100%.
Yo, cheese patty be so golden.
trust, honestly, it's something we're not used to paying for. But I understand, like, just in the time that we're in, why it can't be $1 no more. Because realistically, like, if it was $1, like, I don't think that's real meat inside anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like in
Man.
today's economy, it's like getting like a chicken sandwich for $1. Man, that's not chicken.
Yeah.
That's,
It
that's
could be
raccoon.
cloned meat. It could be cloned meat.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it's almost like with food. Food is something that's always gonna change in price.
Yeah.
Same way lobsters and hamburgers have always changed in price.
Yeah.
Like it just comes down to that. But
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But maybe things get better. So yeah, it's been a pleasure having you. Is there anything else that you have coming up in the future that you want to talk about? Shout out.
Oh, I do. So that music video up late. The song is out now. The music video is gonna drop very soon. I gotta call down my sister and be like, "When are we dropping this video?" I'm like, I don't know. But other than that, I'm gonna be like, I'm like in the process of like exporting. Like I have 400 songs that are on my laptop that
Why?
I haven't. I'm a hoarder. It's like you said, like you
have
know
to
the
put it-
to-do list.
You have to throw it out to the world.
I'm literally the music I'm putting out is 2016 era,
Oh
so I'm
my
gonna do
gosh.
2017, and then I'll catch up to 2026 eventually.
In 2030.
Pretty much. But I'm just in the process of just like exporting music because I created it with the intention of putting it out. So it's a disservice to myself to
not-
let it stay on my computer, which actually almost died on me like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like
That's
my battery,
scary.
like bro, I pressed the power button, the power didn't go on. I said, all these songs? No way.
No.
I never went to Apple so fast in my life. I didn't even care what the price was. So yeah, honestly, yeah, just putting out the work you created because you created it with the intention of people consuming it.
So there's one more thing that I feel like you forgot to mention, and you're wearing it on your face currently.
Yeah, yo.
yeah.
I feel like
right.
I'm
Yo.
one of those friends that will.
We're all wearing shades.
Yeah.
But he's the only man wearing his shades.
So these are the new Audify Tokyos.
Yes.
You get me?
Yes.
The little J
Yeah.
green joints.
Yeah.
Yo.
The hard odds.
Audify.ca if you want some of these glasses.
ODIFY.
You know what? For the sake of the pod, I'll give you guys a coupon code.
Appreciate that.
What we get? Stay hungry. I give you a little.
Let's do MIGB.
Yeah.
MIGB. All right.
Yeah, so
Say no more.
if you guys type in MIGB, let's do MIGB 10 or something. I don't know. Let's make it.
Hey,
Let's make it a little
it's
fancy.
no problem. I don't know the number yet. We're gonna figure that at checkout.
Let's do it.
Yeah, there's a coupon code, so y'all use that and stuff. You guys get
100%.
it's 100% off.
Hey,
the
no,
glasses?
I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing.
Oh, I was
I'm
gonna
not
say.
talking about the percentage price. I'm still a businessman. I'm a Nigerian man too.
Hey,
I like my money.
you got to get the money.
You will get the glasses, but no, you're not getting 100% off. You will get 100% customer satisfaction at checkout.
Okay.
After you put in your credit card and debit, we accept Apple Pay, we accept
PayPal?
Bitcoin, we accept PayPal,
Yes.
we accept pay him and pay her, all of them.
Or pay them. Yes.
So where can the people find the glasses at?
Odify.ca. So ODIFY.ca. It's
Yep.
Canadian owned.
Okay.
Black owned.
Black owned, of course.
There we go.
And we shipping globally. So wherever you
I'm
guys
still
are
waiting
at.
on my pair.
You know what? Yeah, take it.
Is it?
Take it. I've been telling this guy since New York last year.
We took pictures of it in New York and stuff, yo. These guys are alright.
They look fresh in them still.
Hey.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey. Yo, the whole place just turning yellow.
That's what
Yo,
I'm
this
telling
is
you.
hard.
It feel like the beach that I'm not at anymore.
Yo, life just changed. Whoa, yeah. And this how you see in the world?
It's nice. It's a nice little tit still.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
I'm gonna be dropping new colorways in the spring too. So
Okay.
yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff coming out.
So on the topic of where to find it, where can people find you and what's your socials?
I'm everywhere at AYLawson, Instagram, TikTok, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music. So if you want to check out my albums, it's on the streaming for platforms. If you want to see some music videos, AYLawson on YouTube. Just AYLawson everywhere.
Yeah. So that's been our episode. Maybe it gets better. Peace.
Peace.